Does breaking dairy mean?
Well, you create a breed of cows that makes highly allergenic dairy, and
Because it tastes better, has higher sugar content, I'm assuming?
just because it produces more milk.
Okay, and it happens to have these side effects.
Yep, it's called A1 casein versus A2 casein. And so the old breed of cows that make less milk but more nutritious milk don't make the allergenic proteins. So many people can handle raw A2 milk. But when you take a cow that makes A1 milk and you feed it corn and soy, so it has the wrong fats and it has a bunch of other allergenic proteins, then you cook the milk briefly, which makes it more allergic, and then you press it through a very fine sieve under high pressure, so all the tiny droplets of fat are so small your body can't use them. And then you take out whatever fat you wanted to take out and make skim milk, which is provably worse for you than whole fat milk, and you give it to your kids and you wonder why there's a problem. That's the...
So is there a difference between raw milk, A1 milk, and A2 milk in the allergenicity of milk and causing milk protein allergies? I'm Dr. Imam. I'm a board-certified allergy, asthma, and immunology doctor, and I treat people with milk allergies. So first, I'm going to start off with two different claims he was making. One, that there's an allergenetic difference between A1 and A2 casein protein. And number two is the processing of the milk, or what the cow is fed, changes how allergic the person will become to that milk later on. So let's start with the first claim, A1 versus A2 casein protein. Cows of European descent have a mutation where they produce a different type of casein protein called A1, and that's the majority of the milk that we drink in the US and Canada, in Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. Milk in African or Asian countries, goat's milk and sheep's milk have predominantly A2 casein protein. The major difference between the two is A1 has a metabolite called BCM7, which some people have irritation to that metabolite. It's not an allergy, but it does slow down the gut, so it can have some bloating, and people might have increased gas or upset stomach and feel like they have lactose intolerance and they don't tolerate that milk as well. Those individuals might feel better if they have A2 milk, goat's milk, or sheep's milk. Now for reference, goat's milk and sheep's milk just have the A2 version of the casein protein. But this is not an allergy. This is kind of like an intolerance. If somebody's anaphylactic or allergic to cow's milk, they will also be allergic to goat's milk and sheep's milk at least 90% of the time. Next, does the processing of the milk make the milk more allergenic? Meaning, does pasteurized milk and homogenized milk makes the person more allergic? Since the predominant allergen is casein protein in people who do have a milk allergy, and since that protein doesn't change with that processing, there is really no difference in allergenicity between raw milk and normal milk. In fact, this was studied where they took kids with a milk allergy, give them raw milk, and they still had a reaction. Now, farm milk can be protective to allergies, but that's different than raw milk. It's still boiled.